what I think is going to make these choreographies so interesting is the different storylines that I try to put in them. So apart from the storyline of the entire musical, I really try to challenge all the cast members to think of their own storyline within the song. Especially for the ensemble members, that's really interesting because they don't have any other moments to really tell their story. So I think it's beautiful to see how they can tell their story without having any spoken lines, just by dancing.
I'm ensemble in this musical, so dancing is one way to express myself and my character that I don't really have, but I do have a character. So I created a character for myself, and that also helped me to create feelings during the dances. So I thought of what am I feeling during this choreography, and how can I portray that during the choreography. So that helped a lot for me.
So, Olaf and Tom, you're the first ones to get out of your pose, and that is your own interpretation. So you can either like sort of look at your hand, or you can sort of be awake and be like, wait, where did you go? Something wrong with this. This is for everyone, but you're the first ones. Yeah? And the whispers, the fears, sorry, Lobel and Ezra, and the chill. The biggest challenge for the cast, I think, is going to be combining singing and dancing. Because the choreos are a lot of fun, but they're not necessarily made with singing in mind.
The hardest thing for me personally is when we just learn a new choreography and then we have to sing and act and do everything together. And in the first couple of times, I'm not really sure about the steps, so then I'm gonna mess up my singing, and then I think about my singing, and then I'm gonna mess up my acting, and so on and so on. So it needs a little bit of practice for me to make everything work together.
Then all that's known when we have to do the Latin chant, and we have to turn our chairs at the same time, but it doesn't line up, and then we have to stop at one moment, and then we have to start the Latin chanting again, and then we have to not turn our chairs away. Yeah, it's crazy.
The process of making choreographies for Melissa is that she locks herself in a room and I'm not allowed to enter until she has a specific idea that she's able to actually perform, and then she lets me be the judge of that. Dancing is not specifically my strongest suit, but I like dancing, as in I go to shows quite regularly in a non-pandemic world. So I know what I like to see in a dance. So I can give proper feedback, I think. So I'm very proud that in at least 2 choreographies I added 1 move. So
we're dying to know.
I think in the Mama Who Bore Me reprise, I added the praying hands. Did I do that? Or the like? No,
during the walking.
The walk. All right, during the walking. This one, I added that one. Yeah.
So for the Mama Who Bore Me reprise choreography, I made that, and then I taught it to my sister, my little sister. She's 13, and then I asked my mother to play Frau Bergman, and then once I put that all together, I let Marvin watch it so that he could see the entire concept instead of me telling him, okay, so now the mother is doing this, and now one of the girls is doing this, and one of the girls is doing this. This way he could like see it as a concept as a whole. Guilty. What, everyone? Who? And now the touch isn't up there, but it's to the side.
The process of learning the choreography is usually just we get together with the entire group, and Mel is just like standing there and explaining the moves, and then we take it like bit by bit, like small pieces to make it a bit more easy to catch on. And then we do like the entire thing a few times, and then we get it onto music, and everything just makes more sense. And then we just rehearse it like the entire time until we get it.
I think my favorite choreography to work on is Touch Me. Because it's such a concept. It's not just dance steps, but it's like a lot of formations and like the choreography sort of breathes. And I really like to have that. I always tell the cast that I really like dancers to really breathe throughout the choreography. So I think just music, dance steps, formations, breathing combined, that makes Touch Me really, really special to me. It was also the first one that we did, and everyone sort of just nailed that on the first try. So I think that was just a sign of like that this cast is just amazing.